And it looks like it's already underway, so we are going to just... get this going as soon as Evtet's stream comes up. We'll start the timer running. Alright, there we go. So this is a cadence race. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So, yeah, quick stat on these. It looks like NessUSF still looking to get their first win on the board with an unfortunate 0-6 start to the season. Evtet with a 1-8 record so far. So, both these racers looking to secure some much-needed points for credit towards the end game, towards the end of season score total. And we've got a Titanium Trident +1 on Evtet's side. Both racers taking the same tractor at the same time. So, pretty even distance, but Evtet with a clear build advantage here with that Shovel of Strength and the Crown of Thorns Blood Drum as well. Gonna enable a quick dig on the throne, and Ness actually just gonna get a pretty quick kill, but not get the flawless. Evtet is going to check the black chest and finds a glass flail, not what they are looking for. And Ness finds a map on their way to the shop down here. Very nice pickup. Scroll of Need here for Ness. Could use it now. I think it would grant a random torch, if I'm remembering my need priorities correctly. Ness wants to check this red chest before going down the stairs. It's throwing stars. Gonna take the throwing stars over the need scroll. I think at the very least you just maybe blood pulse down to half a heart and pop the potion. I think leaving the need on the floor there is a little wasteful, especially after going all the way out of the way to the shop to buy it. You want to at least try and get some mileage out of it. Whether it's a potion or a torch, something. Yeah, you know, needing for a torch gives you some intel on enemy positions. Both racers on 2-3. That's doing a little exploration, going for this chest. And it's a heal spell. That is a pretty big find. One that Evtet missed. But one that Evtet doesn't need as much with that Crown of Thorns equipped. Conjurer coming in for Ness, going for headgear, and finds a Crown of Teleportation. Pretty low hit on that front. And Evtet finds the plate armor in the black chest, getting that defense up to 1.5. Evtet looking pretty tanky with that Crown of Thorns and that Squaga suit. Shrine of War here on Evtet's side as well. So could grab a +1 damage knockback out of this. Probably nothing you want in the glass shop. Yeah, looks like we're going to be heading for that Ring of War. Get that extra +1 damage. Go up to a 4 damage Trident. Also pretty easily enables switching to other weapon types. Like, you could switch to this Harp if you prefer Harps as a weapon type, because it's a 3 damage Harp with the Ring of War and the strength of Shovel. The Shovel of Strength. The Strength Shovel of Shovel Strength. Big Dig 9000. Yeah, nailed it. Find an Onyx Longsword. Yeah, looks like gonna go for the Longsword here. Just a nice, reliable 3 damage Longsword, which, you know, you can also buff up to infinite damage with multiple attacks if you need it. Yeah, there we go. Gonna pick up this Lucky Charm as well. And yeah, I think the Longsword, again, great, is a good choice here. You know, again, I had talked about simplifying the build, simplifying the game when you have a lead. Evtet's got a massive build advantage, even swapping down 1 damage to a Longsword, which is a much simpler weapon to maneuver with. Gonna allow, I think, for Evtet to make more efficient, better informed plays. And just maintain this lead they have over Ness, who is keeping up fairly well with this 2 damage Trident. I think having the full map is really helping Ness here. Ness has got to watch this Blue Dragon, though. It's coming in. Oh, whiffed on the pulse. Just reorients. Oh, Leprechaun's going to get away here. Going for some slides, picks up a heal, gets up to 2 hearts. But this is a very roundabout route on this 3-3 for Ness. It's allowing Evtet to continue to put further distance between the two of them here. And Ness is down to 1 heart. It's gonna have to be a little careful, make sure that they get some value off of this heal spell. Hey, Ribstrina, thank you for the raid. We are doing some more coverage on CoNDOR. We've got right now we've got Evtet versus Ness, which just started here about 7 minutes ago. And after that, we've got, let me see, what was the next one? We've got Lake Hope 2 versus Marciu. Yeah, thanks for the raids. It was fun to commentate your matches. Hope you had fun running in them. Is that Deep Blue's throw pulsable? Deep Blue's throws are always pulsable. There is a completely consistent throw pulse strat. There's a reason you hear me talking shit about the throw bomb Deep Blue strat, but never the throw pulse, and that's because throw pulse is consistent. Alright. Ness could set up a nice pulse here to open that barrel and the 1 gargoyle here. I don't know if they see the angle, though. Whoa, Evtet taking some big hits coming into this exit room. But getting a little bit of regen for the Crown of Thorns and is done with Zone 4. Through the worst of the run. And there we go. Longsword. Oh, Ness using the using the bomb to get the potion. You got the pickaxe. Pickaxe will work just fine. As always, one of the hardest parts of the game is just build awareness and keeping track of all the builds you have. Especially when you're doing big, like, multiple race sets, it can be really easy to mix up your build with a build from a previous run. And yeah, Ness, I think just forgetting about the pickaxe and kind of spending what's honestly a pretty crucial bit of resource for them. They kind of need these bombs for the end game. Since they don't have the blood drum that Evtet does, you're gonna want at least 3 bombs for the Necromancer fight if you can have it. And not sure why Ness is backtracking here. Did they forget where they started on this floor? Okay, no, I think they've got it sorted out. Yeah, there we go. Heading to the exit now, but Evtet is far and away ahead here. It's 5-3 versus 4-2, nearly a full zone lead. Evtet getting a little bit mismapped on this 5-3, but has it figured out now. Exit room is pretty much cleared out, and we are going to be seeing a Dead Ringer fight here on Evtet's side. Not going for a quick kill. It was a right side spawn. Oh, but that's... okay. It gets it back in control. Spent a little too much time handling the ads. When you go for those right side spawn kills, you can't spend too much time poking down all the ads. They're not important. What's important is that you make it to the center in time to line up that charge when Deadringer finishes ringing the bottom right bell. If you're not in position in time, that's when the fight gets ugly. Not when you have to maybe just eat a hit from a white skeleton and take half a heart of damage. Like, you'll be okay from that, trust me. Alright, bomb through the stage. I'm gonna dig it through the stage, and Evtet is on to phase 2 of the Necrodancer. Just needs to deal 6 hits with this golden loot. See, Dorian is a little tank here on Evtet's side. I don't know how much you want to internalize that. He's tanky, but you don't necessarily want to treat him like he's indestructible. I've seen many a run die to Dorian taking a dunk on the Necrodancer fight, but that being said, this will not be one of those times, as Evtet takes game 1. I'm gonna grab some water while we wait for our racers to get ready for round number 2. It's getting kind of black skeleton playing there, but yeah. Alright, coming in with race number 2 here. Yeah, yes, clearly. The item icons in the seed entry screen are definitely indicative of what you can expect to see in the run itself. We will be seeing all of the above. We'll be seeing some glass armor, a basic spear, Ring of Peace, Scroll of Riches, and Heal Spell. They're all going to be right here in the Blood Shop. Maybe one of those looks like that if you squint hard enough. Alright, Evtet, not getting the throw kill, but will go back in for the Torch of Walls. And we'll be heading towards that exit. Yeah, it is an Infernal Torch, but Evtet will be taking the Torch of Walls over that, which I think is the correct choice. As much as I love the Infernal Torch, having early mapping is quite strong. Okay, Evtet potentially going for farming this Sacrifice Shrine. Could just use this Minotaur. Minotaur, or like mini bosses in general, rather, will instantly charge the Shrine of Sacrifice. Yeah, looks like gonna go for that. Although, when you do use a mini boss, okay, no, they're gonna go for a normal charge. When you use a mini boss, it offers 3 glass weapons. When you use 5 regular enemies, you get 3 random items. Those choices aren't great. I think I would take the Spiked Ears. But Evtet gonna rock the Onyx Staff here. Potential Food Shop over to the left, but also a Lock Shop. Which does Evtet go for? Neither. Interesting. And gonna be pushing for this exit room. The dragon coming in here. Does have the max multiplier, so we'll probably see a leprechaun kill here. Yeah, there we go. I'm bringing the Onyx Staff there. The Spirit spawning to be a nuisance, but does handle it fine. Get some extra cash, and I think Evtet is heading for the shop to try and spend some of this newfound cash. Oh, no, okay. Checking this black chest. And grabs the chainmail. I feel like Evtet looking a little unfamiliar with Onyx weaponry. Just seems a little shaky on any attempts to try and utilize the Onyx material. At Deep Blue's fight, Staff's gonna make for a pretty quick cleanup. Okay, just gonna use the bomb to finish up. Ness missing the Flawless, it seems, so still on the base dagger. Heavy glass out of the black chest, though. And I guess, you know, now maybe Evtet's glad they've got the Onyx Staff. It's something. But yeah, can bomb this, and now you've got a basic 2 damage staff. Ness also has bombed the Shrine of War to get a 2 damage dagger. And, well, hey, there's that heal spell we were promised in the scene entry screen. Ensemble mode is a mode where every floor is played with a different character. It's kind of silly. And I think it still excludes Coda, which, like, why bother? Alright, Gigantism Scroll pickup for Evtet. We've got a Heavy Plate and Glass Broadsword for Ness. Looks like Evtet missed wherever that Heavy Plate came from. I missed it. Not going to take the Blood Shovel? Oh, okay, yes, going to take the Blood Shovel. Or maybe the Titanium Harp? Okay, yes, Blood Shovel. Ooh, and there goes the glass for Ness. And Ness's health situation looking a little sketchy here. Especially since they don't have that heal spell that Evtet picked up out of the shop. Ness may have the defense, but they don't have much on the health front. Evtet getting the flawless victory on Fortissimo 2. I imagine we'll keep seeing attempts at getting a better weapon. Gets more armor! That's 2 boss chests in a row with armor! What is going on here? Gonna make the swap to, gonna make the swap to a longsword here. It's a little bit safer weapon type. Cracked wall from the left here. Evtet's gonna go ahead and give it a look. Shrine of Uncertainty. Let's see what weapon this is. It's a staff. It's either titanium or obsidian, not sure which, but yeah, just pivoted off the staff. Doesn't want the staff. I think with the ability to hit for 3 damage, you probably take the staff, regardless of which type it is. Since the Ring of War does mean you'll always be you'll be able to do 3 damage some way. But definitely something to be said about avoiding potential long-range Golem or Warlock dunks in Zone 4 with the staff, and just going for the straightforward longsword. Potential transmog in the cracked wall over on the right there, and Evtet can just blood dig into it really easily. Black chest as well, and a Shrine of Chance for some potential easy gear. But is Evtet just gonna ignore all of that? Okay, Evtet, yeah. Evtet doing something that okay, yeah, no, Evtet just gonna ignore all that on the right and just go for the exit. But doing something that I think is important to recognize when it's a good time to do there on the exit approach. Sometimes it is best to just stop going for hitting every beat and just wait for things to approach you with long-range weapons. If you're not running a build that cares about maintaining the multiplier, then you can just do that. Evtet unfortunately double tapping there and dropping the multiplier, so no flawless on this Coral Rift. Isn't going to be able to pick up any new gear, and Ness getting cornered by the Hellhound. Gonna drop and go back down to 1-1. Now it's up to Evtet to just finish this out safely. Evtet very much in the driver's seat of this run. Cookie pick up here. Gonna top health up and keep running the Gigantism. Nice setup on this gargoyle. It's a compass. Not the most useful item, but will grant a little bit of extra map certainty. Could double back for those cookies and top back up again, but I think it's fine just waiting for the heal spell here. 1 heal, and then you just get a stair heal here, and that'll be full health for you. Yep, that is the stair heal. And Evtet back up to full health. Food shop here. I don't even know if Evtet wants to kill for it, though. I mean, no, Evtet has the blood shovel, so does not need to maintain the 3 bombs. So yeah, just kill for that, grab the cheese, grab the extra health, all the way up to 7 hearts. All you have to do at this point, I think, is just make sure you're not getting dunked on ooze. Torch of Foresight. Not super handy. Honestly, with the compass in hand, I think it's pretty equivalent to the Torch of Walls here. I don't think there's really one that's clearly better than the other. Obsidian Flail gives a nice damage up, but it is a little bit of an awkward, snaggy weapon type, so probably just going to leave that alone. I think wanting to break open this this crate, kind of struggling to get the gold kill set up. Oh, that's a free spell. Very nice pickup. Very powerful defensive spell. And Ness looking a little shaky on health again as they approach Zone 2. Oh. Evtet making good use of the heal spell, or freeze spell, rather. And the heal spell for that matter, too. Taking quite a few hits, but getting their health popped back up quite easily. 2 more hits on this death metal fight. That's a flawless victory for Evtet. Who's gonna check for a better weapon again? It's an Obsidian Whip. I mean, hey, it's not armor. Lead boots in the shop, they don't really do much for you at this point. There's no ooze left, so the only thing it really helps against is spike traps if you want to walk through a trap room. But, yeah, even then in Zone 5, you don't see many traps because, the starting room, the exit room, and the main hallway don't have any. Ooh, and Ness getting stomped on by the Red Dragon. Going back to Zone 1, it's now a full 4-zone lead here for Evtet. Evtet really just has to make sure they survive at this stage. Alright, one more floor, and then we're on to the Dead Ringer fight. Bombing through. There's the blood dig. Not using that gigantism scroll. Gigantism scroll with blood shovel does prevent the damage from blood digs, so can be worth popping. Not to mention due to the extended effect duration bug, which I believe was intentionally left in. You will get a very, very long gigantism effect. So just one more hit here for Evtet, and Evtet does take game 2. Looking poised to sweep this set. Does that bug if you pop a gigantism or a shield as you switch the song to phase 2 of Necrodancer, it lasts much longer than it should. And it's because the shield and gigantism effects essentially say, like, look at the song and go, like, okay, it's beat 40 right now. So that means this should last until beat 50. But then when you force the song into phase 2, the current beat becomes 0, but it's still waiting for beat 50. Alright, looks like we are on to our final race here. And we've got the blood shop here. Early chainmail. Evtet gonna go for the throw kill. It's a bad teleport. And this is why you know, there are the new blood shop throw approaches that I think are worth pursuing. where you just buy the middle item and throw from there. That's just gonna buy the chainmail and the Onyx Spear, which I think is reasonable here. Onyx Spear is gonna enable crate busting to find some health to replenish the lost health from spending your health on the blood shop. Evtet is just going to take the chainmail and leave the spear behind. Alright, Quake Scroll on Ness's side. It's an interesting scroll. It can have some utility. Most commonly being used on the Deadringer fight to skip the first phase. And Dire Bat taken out for Ness. Ness maintaining a lead for the moment. Evtet gonna take this trap door. Ooh, that's a nasty monkey grab, but thankfully Evtet, no enemies nearby, so gonna be just fine. Black chest here contains a glass harp. Like Evtet gonna run that for the time being at least, get some beefy damage output. Well, and there it goes. And the immediate break on the red bat there, unfortunately. But, well, better to break it now where you're in a safe environment to get the shard back, rather than later in the middle of a swarm where you just get forced to run around and die. And that's with a pretty early lead, sticking with the Onyx Spear out of the first boss, getting the heal spell out of the purple chest instead. And a very long lineup of enemies here, and Evtet is going to get enough gold dropped here to farm up a Leprechaun. Gets a little bit of cash and moves on to the first boss. That's with a little bit of an early lead here. Not too bad of a build. I don't really like the 1 damage spear, but Onyx does give a way to deal extra damage to speed things up a little bit. It's certainly better than Evtet's glass shard, but, you know, we'll see what comes out of this 1-4 boss chest here. Because, yeah, we did... Oh, no! Evtet missed the Flawless! So we won't see what comes out of it. Oh, damn. It's gonna be picking up a base rapier and a Nazar charm. Base Rapier at least quite a bit better than the basic dagger glass shard, but still not ideal. Ness finding a cracked wall. It's a glass shop. It's like not even gonna bother with it. Just gonna bomb this for this Shrine of Feast for cheese. Evtet, though, making some good pushes with this base rapier. We'll see what comes in this shop. Nothing great. Yeah, just gonna leave that all behind. And Ness holding the lead for now. Evtet widely stepping back there to deal with that mole. But Evtet desperately needs a weapon upgrade. Looks like Ness found an obsidian longsword. It's pretty solid. Missed where that came from. Maybe it was near the exit room here. Oh, this is a little sketchy here. Yeah. I don't know where that longsword was. I didn't see it on my end, but Evtet, okay, Evtet needs this Flawless. Evtet really needs this Flawless. Okay, tanking the shield. Alright. And let's see, do we get a good weapon upgrade? Not great, not great. I mean, it's a strong damage output, but it's glass, and it's not the best weapon type. So Ness is looking pretty good here. Ness with, like, pretty strong longsword, 2 to 4 damage longsword, heal spell on deck, chainmail for defense, obsidian shield as well. Like, there's lead boots. You can go grab the lead boots for ice and goop protection, or not. All right, no lead boots, I guess. But you know, still picking up that Ring of Piercing, which definitely improves the build quite a bit. And yeah, the power of the monocle for Ness, just allowing them to scope out really powerful items like the Ring of Piercing. A little too aggressively pushing on the head for the bomb there, though. It does get themselves stuck and is forced to drop the Flawless. Food shot for Evtet, but not really the kind of upgrade they're looking for right now. And there goes the glass broadsword, just getting snagged on hot coals. Evtet gonna have to go shopping, and we know there's not anything to really help with the damage output other than Karate Gi, and I don't think they want that. There was a cracked wall down below. I don't know if Evtet noticed it, though. And it looks like they did not. And they're just gonna take the trapdoor, and, you know, we'll, hopefully be able to flawless this Coral Rift fight. And maybe improve their build a little. Eating Blue Dragon Stomps is inadvisable. But yeah, Ness is just kind of getting to run away with this now. Ness has a very comfortable build, while Evtet is just desperately scrambling to try and find anything. Evtet not going for the throw double bomb. I think might have been advisable. Might have been worthwhile here. Especially as the real estate starts to run low. But does get that bomb off just in time. And we'll be looking for a weapon upgrade here. We'll see what they find. But Ness is... It has to be good. And it has to allow them to catch up fast. Obsidian Rapier will do it. Because Ness is still just comfortably far ahead right now in 4-3. And that, yeah, Evtet's gotta push here, and Evtet's gotta turn on the jets and try and catch up here if they want to stay in this. Yeah, Ness has got a pretty comfy build, but they're not pushing super hard. So I think if Evtet pushes back hard enough, they can turn this back around. But current positional and build advantage definitely strongly favoring Ness. And Ness about to be on to Zone 5, coming into this King Konga 4 fight. I kind of feel like Evtet's still fighting more enemies than they can really afford to right now. This Konga fight looking a little messy for Ness. Ness's health situation also not amazing right now. They might want to consider eating that ham soon. Good use of the lead boots from Evtet there to skip across the spike traps, and that fireball spell is going to help them quite a bit. Only if they use it, though. Alright, and Ness is on to Zone 5. Heart and a half. And I'm just sitting there in the inventory. If I'm in Ness's position, I'm probably just slamming that ham down. Ness mismapping, though, going the wrong way. Or maybe wanting to just do more shopping. I'm not sure. Okay, no, just going the wrong way. And the gap has mostly closed here, because Evtet is about to kill this Konga fight. And is now on the same floor as Ness. That's leaving for 5-2, but Evtet with this Torch of Walls is not going to have any mapping problems here. And Ness continuing to have some issues with the mapping here, going to the wrong room. Letting Evtet just catch up a little further. I think Evtet's looking for bombs, but, yeah, at this point, I don't think that's super important. Your opponent doesn't have bombs either, and there we go. Evtet pulls ahead. Could use the fireball there. I'm not gonna go for the blood fireball though. But the electricity should finish off the Minotaur here. And yeah, Evtet is your first racer onto Deadringer after scraping through the entire early game on glass shards, on just a long series of glass shards, and ending up super far behind. They have closed this gap. And they do the Minotaur strat on Deadringer. Well executed. They do miss the Flawless though, so if they wanted to go for the bail of finding like Blast Helm or grenades out of the red chest, that's off the table. They now just have to do full button puzzles. Almost had that right. Just had to attack left there with Dorian, but there we go. That's not too far behind. That's starting their Necrodancer as well. And this is something I always scream from the hilltops. Practice your butt puzzles, please. You will not get bombs in every seed. And it can be, having efficient butt puzzles can be the difference maker in a close race. And we see, Evtet kind of struggling with the button puzzle a little bit, giving Ness a good amount of time to try and catch up. So Ness also kind of struggling to get the lineups as well. Ness does have this one bomb though, so it doesn't need to do the last one. 3 hits left for Evtet. Barely gets that cycle. 2 hits left. Chases it down. 1 more hit on the Necrodancer, just needs to get it up in this corner. And there it is, Evtet with the dramatic comeback after a long time struggling with the glass in the early game.